friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am playing with this angel spinner die from the latest release from Scrappy Tales Crafts. Now, this was designed to go inside a spinner assembly, which you can get a separate die for. But I didn't purchase the spinner assembly because I want to make ornaments to hang on my tree with all of these dies. Today I'm playing with this angel, and I went ahead and die cut all the pieces out of some blue and white glimmer paper. I just have them on my little tray with my magnet to hold my dies. And then this is where the indecision set in. So I created a whole bunch of backgrounds, and my final card looks nothing like what I envisioned in my head. So I started by making some ink blended backgrounds, and here you can see I've created this pretty ink blended background, and I'm now putting all my dies together. This die comes with the angel and this layered sentiment. I love when they have these word dies with the layer behind them, because you get so much value for your money. You can use it in several different ways. I'm layering the white glitter paper on top of the blue glitter paper here, and I'm just using some art glitter glue, and I'm going to set that aside and put a clear block on it, so I give that glue plenty of time to adhere. Now for the two angel pieces, you can see this blue base that you get for the angel piece, and then there is an intricate white top piece that I'm just adding some glue dots to the back of, because when I stick glitter paper on top of glitter paper, or anything on top of glitter paper, glue dots really do work the best for me. They were a little too big to use on the sentiment, so I used the art glitter glue. And I didn't put any glue dots behind her wing or behind the base of her dress, because I kind of wanted to create some dimension with those. So I'm also adding some glue dots too. There was a little separate die to create a colorful belt if you wanted to. You can see there's a white belt outline on there. You can leave it like that, or I decided to just add a little bit more blue. And as I was creating this, I was wishing that I'd used a different blue in my background, because I love the way this looks with her hand going up to the yellow. So I had made a pastel background. I don't love either of these. I don't know. I think it's the shade of blue glitter paper that I'm using that I'm not loving it. So I am going to go ahead. I decided of the two, I liked this one better. So I put this down, and I was actually thinking about coloring the glitter paper in with my alcohol markers or with some re-inker to make it maybe a darker blue. I thought maybe I would like that better, and that seemed like I already have the pieces together. That seems kind of silly, so I decided this is not working for me. I don't know, the colors just don't work. I tried putting it on a black background, which I liked for the background itself. I tried it with some hot pink, and then I pulled out a piece of white and put some white in there, thinking maybe it needs some white on top of the black. But I'm really just not liking that blue glitter paper with that night sky background that I created. So I decided, how about getting out my hot foil stuff? So I pulled out my glimmer machine. I have it warming up, and there's two cover dies. I have the star cover die set and the snowfall background cover die, and I decided to go with the snowfall background, although those stars would have been pretty. And I'm thinking that the other thing that might have been really pretty too would have been the music stencil set, the layered music stencil set that just came out, and maybe on my next card I'll try that. But I pulled out some blue foil that matches that blue glitter paper, and I decided I liked the black card base behind it. Since the angel's white, I felt like when I put it on top of white cardstock, I was just losing the angel. And you'll see that here in a minute because I made 3 different backgrounds. I made black with blue foil, I made black with silver foil, and I made white with blue foil. So when you pull it out of here, you run it through your die cut machine. And it doesn't die cut anything, but the die cut machine puts enough pressure on to transfer the foil from the foil paper to the cardstock where the hot foil plate comes in contact with the foil, if that makes sense. So you get really pretty backgrounds, and since it's a holiday card and I'm using glitter paper, I was thinking foil actually works for me for this. So I did go ahead and create several. So I'm just removing this so that I can warm up the plate again and try a couple different kinds of foil. So isn't that pretty? And that makes me happier because it coordinates. The background now coordinates with the image and the sentiment, and I feel better about that. But I tried it on the silver because I thought maybe that's too much blue, and then I tried it on the white, but it kind of gets lost on the white. So I decided to go with the black and the blue because I really liked the black and the blue. And then I decided it needs a frame or something around the edge of that foil. So I created some frames. You'll see me pull those out here in a minute. And I'm going to make a white card base, which I'm going to cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Here's a black frame. And I thought the black frame looked nice, but I decided I have paper that blue color. Maybe I'll make a blue frame also and see which one I like better. Because I wasn't sure the black frame showed up well enough. So there's the blue frame. It does coordinate nicely, and I decided to go with the blue frame. And these are unusual holiday colors, but I feel like blue is a nice color. Blue and white are nice colors to go with the angel. So I'm just using the Tombow sanded eraser, and again, thank you to the person who gave me that tip. And I'm just going to glue this on. Actually, I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of that. I have some 1/4 inch foam tape that will work very well on the frame that I made. So I'll glue down this foil background to my card base. And I did score that at 5 1/2, so this is an A2 size card. I've got lots of nice white space around, which I could have left it just like that. But for whatever reason, I was just going with the blue here. And you know how some days you just feel really indecisive about the choices that you're making? I would love to know what you think. So leave me a comment below and let me know if you would have picked one of the other backgrounds or if you would have picked the black frame or just the white frame. I'd love to know what you think. Sometimes it would be so nice to have another crafter sitting next to you when you're creating, when you're having one of those indecisive days, to say, what do you think here? Which one do you like better? I asked my husband, but I'm never quite sure about his choices. I do know he really likes this particular shade of blue, so he was okay with that. He liked the card. In the end, he liked the card. So I put a nice frame around it, and I actually liked the frame detail popped up on foam. And I could have made this a shaker card while I was here just by putting some acetate on there before I put the foam on. And then I'm just going to glue down the angel, and I'm going to put some foam on the back of the sentiment. I'll put the links to all of these things I've showed you here today below. This is a new release, and Sabrina's stuff sells out fast. It is so popular. Definitely check out the spinner assembly. Sabrina has a ton of stuff in her store because she always puts the design team's photos in with the products, so that when you go to peek at a product, as long as design team members have actually created with that product already, she will have lots of pictures for inspiration in there. So you'll get tons of inspiration. A lot of people used foil cardstock instead of like glitter paper, but I really want to use up the glitter paper in my stash. So I decided I would go with the glitter paper, and I thought that was a really pretty choice for the angel. And I think my mother is going to get this card because she really likes angels. She's got a whole collection of beautiful angel figurines. And I'm just giving this some foam because I do love dimension on my card. So this card has lots of texture and dimension, and I always think that gives a card a lot of interest. And I also think that the sparkly glitter and the shiny foil are just perfect for the holiday season. Now, one final thing I'm going to do is the frame is just left a tiny bit of white, and it wasn't on all four sides, so it didn't look intentional. It looked like I didn't size things correctly, so I'm choosing to trim that off. Had I made it wider and a little bit of the white showed all around, I might have left the white all around. But I decided to remove it, and that's all. I'm not going to add any gems to this because I think there's plenty of sparkle and shine on this card, and it feels like a clean and simple card, and I like that. So it was pretty quick and easy to make, even making all the backgrounds, I have to say. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. And have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching.